let's call this the pressure of the to-do list part 2. So yeah, I was wanting to quit. This whole journey. I know I've talked about it before, the whole entrepreneurial journey, but it's been a pattern that my coach shined a light on, and she shined a light on the obvious pattern. And the good news is that she's like, hey, here's how we can work through that quicker and easier and allow you to be human and embrace it, because we all go through it as entrepreneurs. And what she shine a light on when a few things stack up and get hard, and I start thinking that they should be easy or should get done quick or need to get done quick, or if I don't get it done, the world's going to fall apart. My reaction is to start ruminating and feeling dejected. That's the great word. I start to feel dejected and thinking, I need to quit. All right, listen in to part 2 of this.
You know when someone is selling from stage and at the end the audience gets up and rushes to the back of the room to buy? That's a table rush. My name is Misha Z, and the Table Rush Talk Show is all about bringing you the tools, strategies, and tactics that you can use to grow your audience and inspire them to buy.
Yeah, those are great words. When I was talking to my coach Stephanie, and she's shining a light on the pattern, and we're talking about feelings. What did I feel? What was I feeling? And I said, I think I was feeling depressed. And she goes, how about dejected? And I was like, yes, dejected is a much better word. I was feeling dejected. And my to-do list was I need to get my podcast bio done so I can send that to people, to show hosts when I'm inviting myself to be a guest on the show. I also needed to have my bio done for Cooper, because Cooper is sending out those invites as well, or is going to be sending out those invites as well. And on the last episode, the one right before this, you heard that I got my bio done, and it's perfect. I now have the perfect bio, so that's good news, but that was definitely weighing me down. The other thing that was weighing me down was I needed to have the email crafted for Cooper, who was going to email invites as well. Cooper's going to be sending out guest request email invites for me. It's basically going to say, hey, Mr. Show Host, my name's Cooper. I'm the tour manager for Misha, and we would love to do an interview swap with you. And it'll say, hey, this is how we found you. This is what we love about your show, your audience, and would they benefit from learning how to guest speak on 50 podcasts in 100 days? And that's what we want to teach you, and Misha's on that quest himself right now. So I needed to get that email done, and I was feeling that pressure. And then I also had on my to-do list, I needed to have a podcast guest request form done for when I'm doing the interview swap with somebody. There needs to be a form that I have that they can fill out because they're going to be a guest on my show. So they need to be able to upload their bio, their headshot, their things. And of course, I'm got on Brian McNulty's course creator show, and and he had the upload spot for all that stuff for me, and I'm like, darn it, I don't have that for him, and the clock's ticking, and there's a great chance that I'm not going to have that upload form ready for him. So lots of creating on the fly, but throw that into the mix. And then there's other things that needed to oopsie daisy, sorry about that pause. There were other things that needed to get done. On a personal note, I have to do healthcare stuff, and the healthcare system throws me sideways. It's just health insurance stuff. For whatever reason, I've got to submit, update my information, and do these things. And how do I do it? Where do I do it? You know, they changed the website, so I tried to log in, and that says your username's been discontinued, and so of course I start catastrophizing. It's very funny, as I've committed to guest speaking on 50 podcasts in 100 days. As soon as I put that out there and started sending out invites, all of a sudden I started getting requests to speak in recovery. So I've been involved in recovery for a long time, and there'll be people need speakers at meetings where people in recovery gather, to share a message of experience, strength, and hope, and encouragement, and all that. And I got a flood of speaking requests. So I was like, oh my gosh, isn't this ironic? My goal is to guest speak on podcasts, and the universe is like, haha, you want to be of service? Well, guess what? You get a guest speak at all these meetings. So literally like a flood of 4 or 5 of them came in, and as I've started doing those, it's created more requests. So somebody's seen me and said, hey, we'd love to have you speak at our next meeting. And I'm very hopeful that the same thing will be happening from the podcasts. But anyway, another thing that I'm doing that's on the list was I do a lot of video. I have done a lot of video work, a ton of interviews where I video people and interviewed them, and in the community space, in the recovery community, the First Step House North County, which is a 10-day spin drive for alcoholics. They were making wanting a 3-minute promo reel that would encourage people to donate to keep this house thriving and afloat. And it's an amazing house, 100% volunteer run. It's crazy what it does for the community. But those volunteer nonprofits, they need donations. Anyhow, so they were like, hey, pro bono, which means, will I do it for free? Will you make a video for free for us? Interview some people? And of course I said yes. So I was feeling the pressure of that. Oh my gosh, that guy was so loud. I apologize. And I try to be of service as much as I can. And I don't know if you know this, but editing video is a lot of work. It's very time intensive, and to tell a good story out of video interviews, to take an hour and a half of interview content and boil it down to 3 minutes that has a hook, a story, and an offer, takes a lot of work. So I was feeling that pressure. I needed to do those interviews, and I was projecting out how much work and time it was going to take to edit it. So my whole world was collapsing there too. I could go on. There were some other things that needed to be done, but the last big thing on the box was recommitting to my coach Stephanie. And was I going to commit on a month-to-month basis, or was I going to sign a new 5-month contract? And my brain was fixated and obsessed with that. And, I need to make this decision. Should I do it at all? Should I do it 1 month at a time? Or should I do it 5 months at a time? And so, lurking in the background is, should I recommit to the $25,000 a year 2CCX coaching program, which comes due September 30th, so basically the end of September. So as I record this, that's 2 months away. And so, it's more investment into what I'm doing to create my business. Stephanie's an amazing business / mindset coach. She's really just helped me transform and stay focused and keep my eye on the prize. And she's been a champion for me. And she's so powerful. She makes the process much more enjoyable. And then, of course, the 2CCX coaching program, which is amazing and helped me so much. And the more that I commit to that path and stay focused on that one mentor, the better. Whenever I start getting distracted and thinking, I need multiple mentors, no, pick the one, follow their general outline, their structure. Yes, it helps if you pick that one mentor, that one guide, then it'll help you test and try and see if it works, versus if you start picking multiple guides. Like, I love Stu McLaren. He's helped me tremendously, but he's got a different strategy about how to open the doors to your membership, timing, all these sorts of things, than Russell Brunson, who's the head of the 2CCX. And they both teach a lot of the same things, but it's the order of it and the way you present it. And that's the main thing. Stu and Russell have a different order of things. And so when I start getting insecure, I can flip-flop between both of them, and instead of being effective in one way and finding out if it works, I'm ineffective in both ways, because neither are getting done well or at all, if that makes sense. So anyhow, so yes, I was feeling the pressure of all this stuff, and I'll cut to the chase and say that, hey, and I'll talk more about it in part 3, but many of the things on the to-do list got done, and now that a light has been shined on my catastrophizing, and how do we move through that so it doesn't need to cripple me, or I don't need to stay in a debilitated mindset where I don't do anything, a dejected mindset where I feel defeated. Yeah, defeated and debilitated. Stephanie's so powerful. Oh my gosh. I'll just say this, and I'll talk about it in part 3. Our coaching call was so powerful, and it just helped catapult me forward and break through and start getting the big checklist done. All right, listen in for part 3.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Table Rush Talk Show. For resources to help you sell your stuff, go to belove.media/resources. That's belove.media/resources. And be sure to subscribe, comment, 5-star, and share. Thank you again for listening.